We believe that our live replicating vaccine has the advantages of a live replicating vaccine, but it has, at least in animals, much reduced issues with reactogenicity.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Dr. Seth Lederman. He is the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals. And Dr. Lederman, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, so interesting news out from the company, talking about a collaboration you're doing with a company around the development for a vaccine candidate for monkeypox. So we've heard a lot about monkeypox in the last little while, and tell me a bit about this collaboration.
Yes, it's a very challenging time for public health officials around the world, and we're pleased that Tonix is in the forefront of providing what we hope will be a lasting solution. We're developing a novel vaccine that we call TNX 801, and it's based on a live virus called horsepox. And we've been developing this for about 10 years, and we actually used synthetic biology to revive this horsepox virus because a number of studies have suggested that this is very close to what Edward Jenner used in about 1800 to create the first smallpox vaccine. We've been working tirelessly on this as the world has maybe taken their attention off of Mpox. But just last week, the World Health Organization declared Mpox a public health emergency of international concern. This is only the third PHEIC in the past 5 years. In 2020, it was COVID. In 2022, it was Mpox, but a strain called Clade 2. And now this is Mpox and a strain called Clade 1. So the world is really on edge. There have now been cases, most of the cases originally were in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but now there's been molecularly confirmed cases in Sweden, Thailand, and Kenya. So we and other people are nervously awaiting the potential emergence of Mpox Clade 1 in the United States.
So you've partnered up with Bilthoven Biologicals, and they're a company in a unique position to help you along with this as well. This is an area they know much like Tonix does.
Bilthoven is a phenomenal partner in terms of manufacturing TNX 801. It is part of the Cyrus Poonawalla Group, which includes the Serum Institute of India, which I believe is the largest vaccine manufacturer in the world. And given their resources and scalability, we think they're an appropriate partner to combat what could be a very serious problem in the United States and other places. As I said, the WHO, the World Health Organization, has already declared Mpox Clade 1 a public health emergency of international concern.
So tell me where you are now in development and where you want to go. As you mentioned, there's obviously, you've been putting this together for about the last 10 years, but it's amazing how the World Health Organization gets involved and things can happen at light speed.
Yes, we are trying to keep up with events as they're rapidly transpiring. There is one vaccine approved for monkeypox in the United States, and that's called Jynneos from Bavarian Nordic, and another vaccine called ACAM 2000 that has emergency use status in the United States by Emergent. But we believe that Jynneos has limitations in terms of how it can be manufactured and distributed at scale, since it is a non-replicating vaccine. And Emergent has the ACAM 2000 vaccine from Emergent is a live replicating vaccine, but has tolerability concerns. We believe that our live replicating vaccine has the advantages of a live replicating vaccine, but it has, at least in animals, much reduced issues with reactogenicity, which reactogenicity is the opposite of tolerability. And in animal studies, our vaccine, while being well tolerated, also provided protection against a lethal challenge of monkeypox delivered intratracheally into the lung. So, a very rigorous challenge. And our vaccine protected animals and also resulted in no skin lesions, which many people believe is a biomarker for blocking forward transmission. And as health officials around the world are racing to find solutions to Mpox, one of the challenges that we don't know, for example, with vaccines like Jynneos, is whether a strategy like ring vaccination will work. And if ring vaccination doesn't work, does that mean that entire countries will need to be vaccinated? But because of the 200-year history of Edward Jenner's vaccine and the way that when smallpox vaccination was practiced in Africa, we believe there's good evidence that a live virus attenuated vaccine, like our horsepox, could provide solutions, for example, with ring vaccination and suppressing Mpox in populations.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see this and follow this news over the next little while. Dr. Letterman, thank you so much. Good update today, and good luck with everything. Important work you're doing.
Thank you very much, Steve.
All right, Dr. Seth Letterman. He is the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals.